Okay, Bismillah. Okay, folks, welcome back to another lesson by myself, Mr. Imran Iqbal. We are on Imran Iqbal One-to-One Tutor on YouTube. Looking today at exercise 10 from the Basic Skills book, or everybody calls it the Apple book, page 43. Looking at the mixed fraction questions, question 31 onwards. Okay, right. So we have here question number 31 that says 3 1/4 add 2 3/8. Okay, we can do this question in one of many ways. I'm going to mention two ways to you now and actually do one of them. We can change everything from a mixed into top heavy and then add them as we've done in the previous exercise when you're adding just normal fractions. Or we can add the whole numbers first and then add the fractions separately, and that's the technique I want to use now. So, alright, Ayla, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a whole number and we have a fraction. A whole number and a fraction together makes a mixed fraction. What we're going to do now, we're going to add the whole numbers up first. Okay, so we have 3 add 2. 3 add 2 will give us an answer of 5. And what we left with? What we're left with is 1/4 add 3/8. Okay? So what I've done first of all, I've done 3 add 2 is 5. And now what I've got left over the fraction, the proper fractions to add. Okay, ready with that? Now, let's look at these two parts here. What we need to do with these two parts is to make them equivalent in order for us to add them. Because at the moment, the denominator is 4 and this one is 8, we can't add them at the moment, unless the bottom numbers are the same. So to make these the same, can the 4 become an 8? And the answer is? Yes. By multiplying by
2.
Top and bottom. So now we have here 2 8s. The 1/4 is equivalent to 2 8s. Let's copy down the 5 back again, add that, add 3/8. Okay? So now we are in the position that we can add these. We have 2 8s, add 3 8s, and this part here will give us a total of 5 8s.
Yeah.
And we put park the 5 right next to it. So that's 5 and 5 8s. Okay, so we no longer need the plus sign. Because 5 and 5 8s is 5 and 5 8s. And we've done that question. Okay. Right. That's question number 31. Give me one more question later from that exercise that you want me to have a look at. And we'll do that this half of the video. Okay, give me the question number as well first, please.
32.
Question. Are you sure you will do 32? None of the others? 32 is... Yeah? Okay, go on, give me 32.
4.
Okay, 4.
4 and 3/5.
4 and 3/5.
Add 1 1/4.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a nice question there. Okay, right. Okay, so let's make sure that we are focused on this particular question over here. Okay, it's nice and clear. So we've got 4 and 3/5 add 1 1/4. So, Layla, what do we do first? We have a mixed fractions.
So yeah.
It's an addition question. What do we do with the whole number part?
You have to times the...
We have to add them.
Yeah, you have to add the number.
Okay, we have to add the whole number parts together. So what we're doing, we're breaking the number up. So breaking up the mixed fraction into its elements, so it's 4 add 1 is 5. Another 5 1. Okay, now we got the remaining elements to add onto it. So onto this 5, we're going to add this fraction and that fraction. Okay, now the technique for this type of question here is we're going to make the denominators the same before we can add the top numbers. Now we can't make the 5 into a 4 or the 4 into a 5, so we can't use this technique. So what we do here, we multiply this number by
4.
The other number, you multiply this number by
5.
Lovely. So to make 5 and 4 have the same denominator, you multiply each number by the opposite, by the other number. So 5 times by 4, times by 4. So it'll be 4 times by 5.
5.
Times by 5. What you do to the bottom, you must do to the top to keep the fraction balanced. Right, let's have a look what we've got now. So we have 3 times by 4, Layla, is
12.
12. 5 times by 4 is
20.
20. Lovely. 1 times by 5 is
5.
and 4 times by 5 is 20 again. Excellent. And we have the big 5 at the front. Okay, now. Okay, then ready for the next part?
Yeah.
So we have 5 as the whole number. Add these two fractions. We have 12 over 20. Add 5 over 20. The bottom number doesn't change. We don't add the bottom number. So this will give us the total of 12. Add 5 is
17.
17 over 20, not 40. Do not write 40 down because we do not add the bottom numbers. And it's 5. Add 17 over 20, which is just simply 5 and 17 20s. Done. Nothing at all to worry about in these questions later. Very nice and straightforward questions. This will hopefully help my other students while we're doing them this week, Amina, and for everybody else who's following us on YouTube. Okay folks, so this is a technique for us to deal with how we add mixed fractions. Remember the reference exercise 10, basic skills book, page 43, question number 31, question number 32. I'm going to set later some questions.